Coming up on the Suze Orman Show. In honor of Mother's Day tomorrow, I'm doing a mom-tervention. Also, $40 a month into a personal trainer, $22 a month that you're paying on manicures, $50 on vacation. I don't think so. You cannot afford it. And you ask me, can I afford it?
I am looking to get a Breitling watch for $7,500.
And you think this watch is going to make you more of a man?
Suze, if I told you this watch was as beautiful as your smile, you would want me to get it as well.
Hi, everybody. I'm Suze Orman, and you are watching the Suze Orman Show. Happy Mommy's Day tomorrow to all of you moms out there. I will forever believe it is the hardest job around, but particularly to my own mom. Happy, happy Mommy's Day. I love you so very much. Tonight, I want to talk about mom-tervention. That's right. I want to talk to you moms out there about saving your children before you save yourself. Now, this has been a theme that I've been talking about for years and years, where I think it is essential that women, particularly mothers, take actions today to protect their own tomorrows. Moms are so good at giving everything to their children. Here, kids, it's for you. I don't matter. Don't worry about me. Kids, you're what matters. Did it ever dawn on you that you are teaching your children to be dependent on you and that your children really would love to do it on their own? But because you continue to give and give to them when they're younger, you are actually making them dependent upon you because it's easier to not do it on your own, even though emotionally, psychologically, personally speaking, they would like to do it on their own. I have this true belief that as time goes on and you keep giving to your children, you're taking away from them the greatest thing that they really are born with, the desire to stand on their own 2 feet. The desire to be able to walk and run without you having to hold them. That's naturally how a child grows. But it's not just, are they walking, are they running on their own? They want to be able to take care of themselves on their own as well, unless, mostly mommies, you take that desire away from them. So with this Mother's Day, I want you to really think about this. Are you truthfully helping your children when you constantly are saving them? Are you truthfully educating them on how to be strong, independent people when you never let them get in trouble and have to work it out themselves when it comes to money? You're always rescuing them. When you're showing them that you yourself don't matter, that money is just for them, especially your daughters, as they get older, they're going to repeat that same behavior. Then as they get older and older, who's going to take care of them? Today is the day where we should change that. Let kids grow up financially speaking. Let them show you what they're capable of. More important, let them show themselves what they're capable of. And you continue to save yourself. Do you hear me? Okay, happy Mommy's Day. Joann, welcome. You are on the Suze Orman Show.
Hi, Suze. I'm so glad that I get to get your opinion on my situation. I'm a single mom. I have 2 teenage children. I'm their sole support. Their father hasn't worked or contributed anything financially to them for over 8 years. And just about 2 years ago, I had the opportunity to leave my position, which was the company was going through layoffs, move to Washington for a better position, more money, and more of a career. And I took it. So I moved my kids away from their dad and their grandparents, and we started a new life in Washington. And for 2 years, I've done nothing but deal with complaints and them not adjusting and them being unhappy. My parents are still in San Diego. They're getting older, and I'm also afraid if anything happens, you know, it's an 8-hour plane ride just to get to them. So I'm totally torn on whether I stay in Washington for my career and for the more money and help them go to college, or do I just say, look, I'm just going to go back to San Diego and see what happens and, you know, get everyone back together and stop everyone from complaining. Totally torn.
So let's take the kids, your ex, your parents, out of the equation for a second. Let's just take them in this little thing and put them over here, okay?
Okay.
And now let's just talk about you, my dear Joann. If none of those other things were part of this equation, does Joann herself think it was a good move to go to Washington?
Yes.
Does Joann love the job that she currently has?
Like a lot.
So, all right, like a lot. And is it providing you with the ability to not only pay your bills today, save money today, but potential future increases in income as time goes on?
No doubt.
No doubt. Listen to me. Sometimes you have got to be the parent in this equation when everybody else is acting like a child. I get that the kids are complaining. It usually takes 3 years for the children, once you've made a move, for them to settle in and love the fact that they finally moved. Now, if they keep seeing that mommy may be considering going back, if they're listening to their father, if they're listening to their grandparents, they're not going to have the emotional maturity to be able to settle in and go for it. Given this is your life, it is your financial responsibility to take care of your children. You need to put your foot back down. Now we're going to take these people back and put them in your situation. And now you're going to tell them you are not coming home. This is where you are going to stay. They're going to have to deal with it. And when your parents get ill or something like that happens, then you can figure out what to do. But until then, just stick where you are. Let's go to Arthur in New York.
Hi, Susie. Good evening. How are you?
I'm great, Arthur. What's up?
I'm 28, and I've saved about $100,000. My partner is 40, and he has about $100,000 in credit card debt. He had this debt from before we started dating, and since we started dating, he's actually cut his debt in half, and he's changed his spending behavior completely. I'm thrilled with his turnaround, but I wonder if I should be more generous now because we make about the same amount of money and help him out since I've had more advantages in my life, or should I protect the money that I've worked hard for and will need for my own retirement?
Yeah, I would protect the money that you currently have, not so much for just because then it will be for you, for your own retirement, because hopefully you're really in love with him. Hopefully it will really work out between the two of you. But if you start to save him with your money, then he doesn't get to show himself the financial man that I'm sure he really wants to be. Did I hear this correct? When you first got together, he had $200,000 of credit card debt, and now he only has $100,000?
Yes.
And so look at what he's done. Doesn't he feel great about the fact that he was able to do that?
He does. It's really more about the day-to-day spending now.
All right, and so if that's true, that it's just day-to-day spending, protect the $100,000, because it may be that you're not just protecting it for yourself, you may be protecting it for both of you to live on later on in life. Just control the day-to-day spending, make sure that you don't live above your means. Actually, if you live below your means, you would be able to save even more money. But just keep encouraging him. And if he wants to spend money, saying, sorry, sweetheart, that money is better spent to pay down your $100,000 of credit card debt. He can do it. You can do it. So let's do that together. Let's go to California. Matt, you're on the air.
Hi, Susie. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. What can I do for you tonight?
Hi. So I want to buy an $18,000 engagement ring for my girlfriend of 4 years, but I didn't want to accrue any more debt. Can I afford to lessen my 401k contribution for a while to save more in spendable liquid assets? I currently make $110,000-ish, and I contribute 10% to my 401k. Is it a good idea to reduce my retirement savings to buy the ring?
No, not on any level. And let me tell you why, Matt. When you reduce your retirement savings, you therefore will get more take-home income. But the more take-home income you get, the more taxes that you pay on it, especially in the state of California, where not only are you going to be paying federal income tax, but you pay California state income tax as well, and at your income level, that can be quite high. So the amount of money that you're actually going to be able to save for this engagement ring by simply doing that really isn't worth it. The true question is, are you sure you want to purchase an $18,000 engagement engagement ring. Now, I know you're making 6 figures. I know that seems like a lot of money, but after taxes on the federal level, taxes on the state level, and how expensive it is to live in California, you're really lucky if after everything, you have $5,000 a month to live on. And so you're asking for 3 full months of take-home pay to be able to pay for an engagement ring. And I just think that's way too expensive of an engagement ring to purchase at this point in time. So if you really cared about money, you should be able to either pay for it in cash or get her a lesser one. But if you have to touch your retirement plan to do so, you are spending more money than you can afford. You've been paying your mother $350 per month to stay in that house.
Yes.
Since it's not costing your mother anything to stay in that house, right?
Yes.
Can you stop the $350 a month payment? And later, when wanting something, ask me, can I afford it? What do you want to buy?
Well, it's actually my husband that wants a new Ford Raptor pickup truck.
You so want me to deny him, don't you?
I might.
Welcome back, everybody. You know, I get so many emails from mothers who are trying to do their best to support their families. My one-on-one tonight is with Kaya. She's 40. She's divorced and the mother of 2. She has a 20-year-old daughter in college, and she shares custody of her 10-year-old son. Kaya and her kids have been living in her mother's house. They moved in after Kaya separated from her husband in 2009. Now she's at a crossroads and needs direction. Kaya, welcome. I want you to tell everyone what's going on in your life right now, girlfriend.
Thank you for having me, Susie. Well, basically, like you indicated, I moved into my mom's house after I separated and then divorced from my ex-husband with my children and I. And I can't seem to save any money. I've been paying off my debt, which I've paid a significant amount of it, but I can't save any money and try to pay off debt so that way when I go to move, I can have something to fall back on if something happened. And I need help.
And the reason that you need help, girlfriend, is because your mother actually is no longer living in that house, is she?
No, she's not.
She moved out because she tried to do a loan modification. The bank would not work with her. Oh, surprise, surprise. And so they wouldn't work with her. So now she moved out. She's living with a friend in Florida. I only wish you could go there because it's so much cheaper there. But you need to stay right where you are because you share custody with your son, with your ex. So you just have to stay there for now. The problem is your mother is no longer paying on the mortgage. Chances are they may foreclose on her, even though I know she's going to try to do a short sale. It is possible that they foreclose on her, and either way, then you won't have a home.
Correct.
And so your biggest fear is, how do you save money now so that when that happens, you'll be able to rent an apartment and be okay? So is that a good summary of what you're facing?
Exactly, exactly.
All right, first of all, happy Mommy's Day tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you think your kids got you anything?
Yes, I do, especially especially my son.
Your son that lives with you. Now, that's interesting that you just said that, because the truth of the matter is I looked at your expenses. And you are spending money on your adult daughter, correct? Who's in college. You're paying about $300 a month for her car, for other little things right in there. And don't you find it funny that even though you're supporting her and you can't even afford to support yourself right now, that she may not have gotten you a little something for Mother's Day? Don't you find that just a little strange?
I do. And I tell her periodically, because she is working part-time, and she'll, give me a card or just something small. And she's like, Mom, can we go to the spa? My treat when she has extra money. So,
so she tries to do that. And do you go to the spa with her?
Either we'll go to a spa or we'll do a manicure and a pedicure, her treat.
Her treat. Or you might be better off saying to her, honey, we can't afford to take that money and put it towards a spa. I would much rather have you pay me that money because
Yes, that's
I
true.
need it to live on. So don't encourage behavior in her that really, what is it, at the 20 years old, she should go to a spa? At 20 years old,
True.
she should be having a manicure and a pedicure. You know that I didn't have my first pedicure till I was 37 years of age?
Wow.
Just for you to think about that. All right, so
Wow.
here's what I want you to concentrate on.
Okay.
This is my Mother's Day gift to you. I want you to concentrate on what you have done, not at what you're not able to do. You have paid off a significant amount of debt that your ex essentially left you with, almost $20,000 of debt, right?
Yes, yes.
If you're able to do that, eventually, once your debt is gone that you currently have, that is money that you are going to be able to save for you to go on and live a life where you feel secure as well. Now, in order to do that, you're going to have to cut out a variety of expenses that you're currently paying money on. Oh, you're like your daughter. You don't want to cut anything out, do you?
No, I do. I have done it, so I know I can do it. It's not a problem to just say, okay, let me just stop and do it, because it's common sense.
All right, so here's what we're going to do, because currently you're bringing in essentially as much as you owe. You've been paying your mother $350 per month to stay in that house.
Yes.
Since it's not costing your mother anything to stay in that house, right?
Yes.
Can you stop the $350 a month payment?
I got it down from 1,000 to 350.
I know, but the truth is that's when she was living in there. You both were paying the mortgage payment, but now she isn't paying anything on that mortgage payment at all. So go on.
I was going to say, I've tried. I have tried.
All right, well, here's what you're going to do. You're going to really try this time, and you're going to say, Mama, I'm not paying you the $350 right now because, Mama, I need to save money so when they foreclose on this home or you do a short sale, I have enough money to do a first and a last month deposit so I can rent a place for me and my son. Your grandson, Mama. So that $350 is going to help me do that. You are going to have to figure this out on your own. I can't afford it right now. So you're going to stop making that $350 a month payment. You also have been paying $80 a month on a timeshare and $100 a month catching up on back payments on a timeshare. Oh, who cares about the timeshare? Who cares about it? Your husband got you into it, right? Your ex-husband.
Right.
So you're not going to make that payment anymore because you cannot afford it. You don't have that money. The $22 a month that you're paying on manicures, you're going to stop that as well. Go on, talk to me.
No, because I can do that. I can do that.
Listen, look, I don't have nail polish on. When my nails get longer, I clip, 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 whatever. All right, next, you're putting $40 a month into a personal trainer. I don't think so. You're going to start doing that yourself, girlfriend. Also, $50 on vacation. You're not taking vacations right now. The $92 a month you pay for holiday gifts, Christmas, you're going to tell everybody you're on a gift hiatus. If you do all of these things that I'm telling you to do right now, and again, eventually, when that $250 a month that you're paying for your daughter, you don't have to do that, you're going to be able to save about $1,000 per month. If you were to do that right now, you could put that away every single month. And chances are your mother isn't going to short sale or be foreclosed upon probably for another 6 months to a year or 2 years. So you would be able to stay in there, and before you knew it, you would have $12,000 to $24,000 saved. So then when you do have to move, you'll have enough money to take care of yourself and do it that way. As far as the debt that you owe to one of your creditors, I got news for you. That debt is no longer legally owed. You are past the statute of limitations. It has been charged off. So as long as you don't make a payment on that debt or tell them you're going to send money in, you don't owe it anymore. So you also have a whole life insurance policy out there. I want you to get yourself term insurance, not whole life. You have a $650 cash value there. After you have term insurance in place, you're then going to cancel the whole life policy. There's $650 that you're going to get back. You're going to take that and put that on your Bank of America credit card that you're currently paying on. So before you know it, that payment is going to be gone. Got it?
Okay. Yes.
If you
yes,
do
I
all those things, Kaya, you will do great. How is that for a Mother's Day gift?
That's perfect.
Will you do it?
Yes, I will do it. I will do it.
All right, so tomorrow, call your mom and say, Mom, I have a great Mother's Day gift for you. I'm not paying you the $350 a month anymore. Mom, it's a real gift because I need to do this for myself. Girlfriend, let us know how it goes, okay?
I will. Thank you.
See, I didn't smack you against the wall, did I?
No, you didn't. You didn't.
I tell you, I can be nice at times, but you deserve more than what you have, and I know you can give it to yourself. See you soon,
Yes.
sweetheart. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey, Susie, it's me, Kaya. I just wanted to let you know that right after the show, I called my mom, and I told her I wouldn't be sending her any more money for rent, and she agreed to it. So now I can save that money. I'm so glad that I got your advice, and you helped me out, and I know everything is going to be okay. Thanks again.
Up next, you can't afford to miss. Can I afford it?
I would like to buy a professional tennis stringing machine. Now that I'm a cubicle rat like everyone else, I've been getting back into the sport.
Did you say a cubicle rat? And can I afford it, Junior?
I want to buy a Renaissance password journal for $50.
What is that?
It's a password journal. It only opens to your voice.
What do you want to buy?
Breitling watch.
Ford Raptor pickup truck.
Professional tennis stringing machine.
You ready to have some fun on the eve of Mother's Day? All right, this is the Can I Afford It segment. This is where you call in, you tell me what it is that you want to buy. I ask you a few questions, and then I tell you if you can afford it or not. Let's go, all right. Mike, what do you want to buy?
Hey, Susie, thanks for having me. Love the show.
Anytime, Mike, what do you want to buy?
I am looking to get a Breitling watch for $7,500. Susie, I believe every man should have at least one nice suit, one nice pair of shoes, and one nice watch. And the only thing I'm missing right now is a watch, Susie. So what do you say?
Well, honey, first of all, I love Breitling watches. Do you know that?
I didn't, but now I do.
I love Breitling. I love all their little things. They're one of the strongest made watches. But I didn't even spend $7,500 for the watch that I bought from Breitling. But that's besides the point. Show me the money.
All right, well, my take-home is $7,500 a month.
Yeah.
My expenses are $5,752 a month. I have $266,000 left on a 30-year fixed, $24,000 left on our car loan, $12,000 left on a student loan. My savings are $75,000 liquid, $55,000 in investments, and $100,000 in retirement.
And you're 30 years of age?
30 years of age.
And you think this watch is going to make you more of a man?
Susie, if I told you this watch was as beautiful as your smile, you would want me to get it as well.
Okay, then, approved. But you are approved because, listen, if you had called in and you were at 40 years of age giving me these numbers, I would have denied you so fast I can't even tell you. But at 30 years of age, boyfriend, you can afford it. But no more after that now. You got it? No more. Andrew, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. Thanks so much for taking my call.
Anytime.
I would like to buy a professional tennis stringing machine. I played tennis competitively in high school.
Yeah.
I stopped when I went to college. And now that I'm a cubicle rat like everyone else, I've been getting back into the sport as I found it to be a great way to keep myself energized throughout the week.
Did you say a cubicle rat? A cubicle, is that what they're called? If you work in a little cubicle, you're a cubicle rat?
That's what I call myself.
I got just wondering. Okay, never heard that before. No problem. All right, so you now rather than are you playing tennis all the time now?
I play about 2 to 3 times a week now.
And do you think you're going to keep that up for a long time?
I do, absolutely.
All right, and just so I know, how often do you have your rackets restrung?
Well, if I didn't have the stringing machine, I'd have to go to have it restring about once a week, approximately.
Once a week. So to restring, I know this because my little nephew plays tennis, and it's like $25, $30 to restring, right?
Absolutely, yes.
All right, so you're looking at $150 to $200 a month to restring your rackets when you could just do it yourself with this machine. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Show me the money.
All right. My monthly take-home pay is about $2,598.
Not bad for a cubicle rat.
My expenses, $1,630 a month,
Good.
which includes $650 a month for rent. The only debt I have is about $13,000 on a car loan at 0%. And for my savings, I have about $15,000 liquid, $10,000 investments, and $9,000 in retirement.
So you know what I should have said to you, Andrew? I should have said, show me the cheese, since you're a cubicle rat, because sometimes people refer to money as cheese. Show me the cheese. But now that you've shown me the money-approved boyfriend, you absolutely have the money to do it. It's a wise investment. Just don't stop playing tennis now. You have to keep it up, or it will have been a waste of money. Jennifer, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. Thanks for having me.
Anytime, sweetheart. What do you want to buy?
Well, it's actually my husband that wants a new Ford Raptor pickup truck.
You know what's so funny? I already know when you say this is for your husband, he wants it. You did not say, I want this or we want this. You said he wants it. You so want me to.
No, I did not.
You so want me to deny him, don't you?
I might. I might just want to
Okay,
do that.
show me the money that you know you don't have that he thinks he does.
Well, we make $13,129 a month combined.
Yep.
We have expenses of $8,203 a month.
Yep.
We have a $344,000 30-year fixed mortgage.
Yep.
A $12,000 personal loan, a $7,000 motorcycle loan, and $2,000 of credit card debt that we've almost paid off.
But you have $17,000, correct? In emergency?
In liquid savings.
Yep. And
Yes.
$64,000 in retirement. And the motorcycle was for him as well, correct?
The motorcycle is actually for us.
For both of you. Do you see how you just said that? You said it like you enjoy it. So this one's easy. Just like you wanted me to, he has been denied. And the reason he's denied is simple. You have credit card debt. You don't have enough of an emergency fund. He's being a financial baby. He wants his toys. And now's the time to get him to grow up, Jennifer, or you're going to have big problems with him later on in life. Barry, what do you want to buy?
Hi, I want to buy a cruise.
A cruise. How much do you want to spend on this cruise?
Well, my wife and I have been in business together for 26 years, and we'd like to buy ourselves a retirement trip, and it will be between $50,000 and $60,000.
For 90 days on a cruise ship. I kind of like that. You know I love the water.
Do you?
You know I love boats. My dream is to actually go around the world on a boat that I captain.
Oh.
I don't think that's a dream that's going to come true, but that's, again, besides the point. Show me the money, sweetheart.
Right now we have about $8,600 a month in income, about $6,200 a month in expenses. There's no debt. We own our homes outright. Our vacation home is paid for by its rentals.
And so you have in savings, so I see that you also have investments up here of about $1.4 million, $1.2 million in retirement. Oh, boyfriend, go for it. You have been approved. You've done great on it. Oh, gosh, I'm so excited for you. I can't even tell you. All right, now let's do Can I Afford It? Junior, this is if you are 16 years of age or under and you want to buy something. This is the segment for you. We're going to have Noelle on. Noelle is 8 years of age. Noelle, what do you want to buy?
I want to buy a Radica password journal for $50.
So a Radica password journal for $50. Girlfriend, what is a Radica password journal? What is that?
It's a password journal. It only opens to your voice.
Oh, to your voice. Oh. So are you telling me that you have this feeling that somebody else in your family has been reading your journals, and so you want to make sure that they can't see what you've been writing, and the only way you know for sure to protect it is with your voice?
Yeah.
Who do you think's been reading your journal?
Well, when my brother gets older, he might read it.
Right, so you're really protecting yourself from a future possibility. I just have to ask you this question. Are you writing things in this journal that you don't want anybody else to read ever?
Yeah.
Can you tell me one of them?
I like candy.
You like candy, so you don't want anybody to know that you like candy.
Yeah.
All right, I got it. Thank God that's how you answered that question. All right, show me the money, my dear little Noelle.
Well, I have no income. I have no expenses. I have no debt. And I have $1,200 in liquid and $700 in my 529 plan.
And this $50 is a one-time expense, is that correct?
Yeah.
And you really want to spend $50 just so somebody in the future can't read what you're writing? Are you sure that's what you want to do?
Yeah.
So here's the bottom line, sweetheart. You have enough money in your savings to afford this. Do I think it's a wise purchase? I have to tell you, I don't. But the fact of the matter is you have the money, so you have been approved. How's that? Yeah, how's that make you feel?
Awesome.
Awesome. Do I have a thumbs up on that one?
Yeah.
That's my girl, all right. Oh, there's the thumbs up. Sweetheart, now go for it. Okay, want to be part of the Can I Afford It segment? All you have to do is go to SuzeOrman.com and you'll find the information you need to know there to come and play with me right here. Next, I tackle trending topics in Ask Suze. I thought you were going to say, I buy lottery tickets, $5 a month. It was $5 a day. That's $150 a month. Are you kidding me? Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. Do you know where we are? You should know by this time. The control room here at CNBC headquarters. Now, you want to play with me. You want me to talk to you about your own specific financial problems? Here's how you can do it. Email me at SuzeOrman.com or SuzeOrman.cnbc.com or join me on Facebook. And if you join me with Twitter, make sure you put hashtag AskSuze so it comes in right here. Let's see what's trending right now. At Fräulein Steve. I buy lottery tickets, spend $5 a day. They give me hope. Your thoughts on lottery purchases, please. I think I know. You know, I have to tell you, Fräulein Steve, when I started to read that, I thought you were going to say, I buy lottery tickets, $5 a month. And at that, I was going to say, okay, if $5 a month gives you hope, go for it. But it wasn't $5 a month. It was $5 a day. That's $150 a month. Are you kidding me? That isn't hopeful. That's you wasting money. So it's all right if you do it once in a while, but not $5 a day. You would be far better off taking that amount of money and funding a Roth IRA, doing something with it, paying down your credit card debt. Hope is not a financial plan. Action is being responsible, not wasting $5 a day, in my opinion, on the lottery. Let's see what else is trending. At Nate TC USA, we have a 5.25% fixed rate mortgage and have been here 3 years. Do we refinance to 3.75% or do we wait for the rates to drop? Well, what are they going to drop to? You don't think 3.75% is already low? What do you think? They're going to go to 3.5%, 3.25%? And while you're waiting to do that, you're still paying this mortgage at the higher interest rate. If you are going to be staying in this home, are you going to be living in this house long enough to recapture the closing costs by your monthly savings? That's what you have to figure out. If, in fact, you are, you better refinance, and I would be refinancing right now if I were you. Are you kidding? 3.75%? Seriously? You go for it, and I'm going back into the studio. But here's what's coming up next. Lori asked me, Suze,
how am I doing? My goal is to be a good role model for her and hope that I'm saving enough for both of our futures, her college and my retirement.
So let me tell you the grade that I would give you. Welcome back, everybody. And guess what else is back? You know, last week we brought back the How Am I Doing segment by popular demand. So we're going to continue to do it because all of you seem to love it so much. The truth is, everywhere I go, people want to know, Susie, how am I doing? Am I going to be able to retire? Am I saving enough money? Help me, Susie. So tonight, Lori wants to know, Susie, how am I doing?
Hi, Susie. I'm 43 years old, divorced, and have a 6-year-old daughter. I work for the Department of Law and Public Safety and will have a mandatory retirement at 55. I'm definitely still going to work. However, my goal is to be a good role model for her and hope that I'm saving enough for both of our futures, her college and my retirement. Susie, how am I doing?
Lori, how are you, Lori?
I'm doing great, Susie. I love your show.
Oh, thank you so much. So, Lori, before I go into the numbers and before I even ask you to give yourself a grade, Lori, you've come a long way, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Are you shocked at how well and how you're doing all on your own? Like, if you could go back in time to the time that you were no longer with your husband, did you ever think in just a few short years you would be in this position, financially speaking?
No, I've just been really determined. I mean, I try to really cut a lot of costs. I work side jobs. I do massage therapy on the side. I sell chocolate-covered pretzels. I mean, I really try hard to get ahead.
So this is a perfect eve before Mother's Day, because happy Mommy's Day to you, because you are a single mother who has so done it on her own. I can't even tell you. So, Laura, let's take a look at your numbers, and then I will ask you how you would grade yourself. Laura, your take-home income is $6,244 per month with everything that you have going on. Your expenses are just $3,795. Great so far. Retirement, you do have $270,000 in retirement plans. You have $22,000 in emergency funds. You have, in terms of investments, $164,000. Your current home value is $212,000. You have no debt except mortgage debt, and you only owe $83,000 on this home. So total assets are approximately $668,000. Total debt is about $82,000. Lori, what grade would you give yourself?
Susie, I would give myself a B+.
And why is it that you would not give yourself an A? What are you doing as you look at this that you don't think you're doing well enough?
Susie, it's just the way the stock market is right now. I just don't feel like I'm getting a return on my investment. I try so hard.
And it's just not there. All right, so let me tell you the grade that I would give you. I also would give you a B+, but not because of what the stock market is doing. But I'll tell you about that in a second. Let me tell you what you are doing absolutely great. What you're doing in terms of saving money for your future, continuing to put money into your pension plans, continuing to save in investments is so wonderful, because why? By the time you are 55 years of age, where mandatory retirement is going to be forced upon you, you're going to have about $1 million in those accounts. At the same time, you are paying your house down so that in 9 years from now, that house payment will be paid off. So that house payment counts for a big chunk of your expenses once the house payment is gone. Your expenses, if you just stay like you are right now, will be about $2,000 a month. So you have all this money that you can save and that you can do all these things to make sure that you retire, especially since you're going to be working, according to what you said, after the age of 55. Now, here is your way to an A. You currently have a will, but you do not have a living revocable trust. You need a living revocable trust. You have a 6-year-old daughter. Next, you currently have about $25,000 in a 529 plan, and you are putting $300 a month towards that. A little shy, because I think you're probably counting on higher returns in the market than you should be. I would increase that $300 to $450 per month to guarantee that she'll have about $110,000 later on in life when she does go to college. Just those few things. Also remember this: if you're going to need to live off the money that happens to be in your retirement account at work. There is a law that says once you are 55 years of age or older and then you leave service where you're working, you can access any of the money in your employer's retirement plan without any penalty whatsoever. Be careful, because if you take that money and do an IRA rollover with it, you cannot access it any way you want until you are 59 and a half years of age. But overall speaking, are you kidding me? You are doing great. But now you know your way to an A. Up next, one more thing that I want you to know. It would be such a gift if you could value yourself, give to yourself more than you give of yourself. I can't even tell you.
Hi, Susie. Jess and I were so excited to be on the How Am I Doing segment. Your advice put us on track with our estate planning and the goal of becoming debt-free before starting a family.
Brandy, fund a Roth. Justin, increase the Roth to $416. Get yourself a will and a trust.
We've done all that and even paid for half of Justin's master's degree in cash. Because of you, we're going to make our goal. Good thing, because we've just had our first baby, a little girl named Taylor. Thank you, Susie.
Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. It's almost a wrap for us on the Suze Orman Show, but before we go, there is still one more thing that I want you to know. All right, Mommy's Day in just a few hours. Are you excited? Are you thinking about all the gifts that everybody around you has gotten for you? Are they going to serve you breakfast in bed? What are they going to do for you? Maybe you're thinking that way. But I started tonight's program with a mom-tervention. That's what we called it, where I asked all of you to start really thinking about how can you save yourself? What can you do for yourself, by yourself, so that you know yourself that you can do this? So here's what I'm asking all of you to do tonight. When you go to sleep, I hope you have a dream. And I hope in that dream it shows you very, very clearly the actions you need to give yourself. The actions that will make you feel that you are giving yourself the gift of financial freedom, the gift of self-respect, the gift of being able to say what's true for you and not feeling bad about that. It would be such a gift if you could value yourself, give to yourself more than you give of yourself. I can't even tell you. So in a few hours, when you do go to sleep, pray that the dreams that come to you tonight give you the financial freedom for a lifetime that you deserve. Now you know. But there's still only one thing that I really want you to remember when it comes to your money, and it is this. People first, then money, then things. Happy Mommy's Day, everybody. See you soon.